Two guys left the game, did not return. Spears with a concussion. He'll likely be out this week. And Jalen Duncan with a shoulder. He'll be out this week. Really at the end of the day, we needed one more play somewhere, and we didn't quite get it. Had chances, had opportunities. It was a low possession game. I think we only had 8 possessions, and that's 2 of those were 2-minute possessions. So kind of a weird flow of the game with the weather early on, and needed one more play to make a chance to get the win, and we didn't do it. So we were probably a play short today. Go ahead.
The way things developed at the end, did you think you might get one on the last play? I guess the defender made a good play to break it up. Yeah,
he made a good play. I thought we had a chance at it. Kind of ball was in there. It's 4th down from wherever we were, 20-something yard line. So took a shot to the end zone and had a chance to go make a play on the ball, and the guy made a nice play coming over the top of Nick without doing any interference, and it was a good play by that kid.
Ended up spending about 5 minutes on that field goal drive, the second to last time you had it. Were you satisfied with the urgency, or was the plan to kind of go deliberately?
Yeah, I mean we were trying to go as fast as we can and still maintain the ability to get first downs. It's hard to get you get in those red zones to get the plays you want up. A lot of them are huddle calls. They're things that we had a couple on the ball, but yeah, we worked as fast as we could in the moment, trying to make sure we had good play calls too. We didn't want to waste calls. So yeah, I thought we got the ball back with a chance to win a game.
You guys opened up with an 8-minute drive in the second half. They answered with a 9-minute drive. How completed was it?
Yeah, I wanted to have a chance to get the ball back sooner than that. Those drives take a lot out of the clock. It pushes the game into a waning minutes really quickly. Would have loved to find a way to get a stop, but they kept sort of moving the ball slowly down the field and kept taking up time and getting first downs. I think it felt like they were in 3rd and short for a whole lot of it, and they just keep converting those. It was easy for them to keep the ball on the field and their offense on the field, and didn't do enough good enough job stopping it.
On the possession that Nick mentioned, does it make it difficult? They get a long drive and go up by 2 scores. Does it make it a little more difficult to try not to take those shots and just execute your offense?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to be as smart as you can, trying to make sure you're maintaining the ability to move the ball down the field. You still got to get first downs. You still got to find ways to move the ball. And they're playing in a coverage that's designed to keep in front of them too. So you're going to have to take your completions where you get them and hope you hit a big one or two, which we did, and got ourselves in position. So again, just a little bit short.
On the possession that Nick mentioned earlier, was there any thought to spiking the ball on 3rd down, trying to take the field goal to preserve the clock there?
No, we were trying to Toro field goal that to get it before the warning. So we were going as fast as we could to kick the field goal. That would have and we wanted to kick the ball out of bounds on the kickoff. We didn't want them to return it either. We were kicking in the breeze, so we couldn't quite get it into the end zone. So those 2 things factored in. We were trying to go as fast as we could to kick the field goal, save as much time as we could, and then kick the ball out of the end zone on the kickoff. But didn't get that one all the way done, and they were probably going to take it out if they were probably anywhere 5 deep or less. So just to make sure they got the ball down there. So yeah, we were going as fast as we could. Didn't want to clock it. It was a 3rd and long that went to a 4th and 9. So it would have been tough for the 4th down there to clock that ball. So
you're one of the worst scoring defense in the league. You get 6 the first time, 13 today. What made them more difficult for you than the rest of the league?
I mean, that's an overall season. You look at their last couple of games; they've held some teams in check too. They're not they got talent on their football team. I don't look at those kind of statistics in that regard. We didn't play well enough, didn't make enough plays with a chance to go win the game. So, muddy, sloppy game and limited possessions. You're not going to get a lot of scoring down on either end, and that's what you got. It was a 20-13 game.
Well, their short yardage offense was awfully effective. You disappointed that you weren't able to wall up for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably had a quarterback sneak on what felt like almost 4 or 5 of them. Those are challenging plays to stop. You'd like to see one of them get stopped in there somewhere, but yeah, it's when you're in 3rd and 1 that many times, that's a tough spot to be defensively. Doesn't give you a whole lot of options to get a stop, and they just get 6 inches and they got a first down. So.
What did you see from Tajay, I guess, when he carried the ball, and what did you see maybe that led you to get him out of the game so quick with the head injury?
Tajay played great. I thought Tajay was having an outstanding day, and he got slammed on the ground on that last play and got up wobbly, and they took him in and had a concussion. So there's not much we can do about it. But I thought he was playing really, really well. It was good to see that, and unfortunate that we lost him. I thought he was having a really nice game.
You had an illegal snap and a quarterback lined up in the neutral zone. Kind of testing the limits of where you could go penalty line.
No. I mean, the snap slipped. It was just a bad snap, and it was a wet ball. And then Mason lined up, and he went to check with the official, and she was going to try to tell him to move back, and he looked back inside, so she couldn't tell him. He was checking with her to make sure he was good. and she was about to tell him to move back. He wasn't quite where he was supposed to be, and he had looked back inside. So, I mean, that's those things. We've repped that 1,000 times. I didn't think it was that challenging of a thing to execute.
Does this loss feel different to you, given that it wasn't one of the turnover fests or kind of sloppy ones that you talked about leading yourself?
No, they all feel terrible, to be honest. We still had a tip ball turnover, and that was a difference in the game. We lost turnover battle 1-0, and it's been the story of the season is their turnovers putting ourselves in tough spots, and that was ultimately the difference. Again, it was one needed to find one play somewhere, and they found one. I got a turnover and found a way to score, and we didn't get one.
How do you keep people from getting kind of numb to these losses at this point, where there's been so many of them?
I hope they're not numb to it. I sure am not. Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. There's no joy in this process. There's no fun in this. It's terrible. I feel it every day. I walk into work. I feel it every day. I stand up here in front of you guys. Nothing is enjoyable about this. So I don't get numb to any of it, and I would hope nobody gets numb to it. And our job is to try to fix it and do whatever we can to fix whatever problems we got to fix, to add whatever players we have to add to make sure that we have a better football team moving forward.
What do you feel the team going into the final game of the year?
You got one more game to finish it. They've done everything we've asked in terms of how we work and practice. Have come up short too many times, but you got one more opportunity to go put it on tape. You got one more opportunity to play football, and you're only guaranteed 17 games. A lot of guys aren't. You're only guaranteed a couple shots at playing in the NFL, so make the most of it. Play your best football, play as well as you can, prepare the same way you prepared to start the season, and try to finish it off right.
Is there solace in them doing everything you asked when it's produced the results that it's produced?
No, there's no solace in that. I mean, there's things that are positive that I like to see from the way our football team does things, but no, solace is the wrong word. I don't. We got to find a way to get better, and we got to find a way to put together a team that can go win more games. We've lost a lot of close games this year, and those are the games we got to find ways to win. And right now we haven't done a good enough job of it. So no, there's no solace in that. Trying everything we can to win, and right now we're not winning.
You talk about those twin pillars of trying to win now and building for the future at the same time. Naturally, a lot of fans are going to talk about draft stock and the value of winning next week. Just kind of what is your message to people who are talking about that?
That's for you guys to talk about. We don't talk about that. It's not something I ever talk to the team about. It's not something I think about. That's all for news and clicks and conversation, and we're focused on trying to go play one more football game this year and try to win it. And that's all I really focus on and all I really put my energy towards. The rest of it is what it is, and we'll talk about the draft at another time.
Yeah, we had the one turnover, and then had some stalled drives. I don't have the answer for you. I think just got to execute better and move the sticks. Our defense was getting us the ball back. I thought they played well. We got to score more points.
What was the feeling, I guess, on the final drive and even on the final play? It looked like NWI was breaking free, guy closed on it. What happened in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, DB made a good play. I through the seam, he overlapped. He was playing kind of in the middle of both number 1 and number 2, and maybe lead him in a little bit more, but I thought he made a good play.
What did Brian say, or maybe what did you say on those last couple of drives trying to get guys to finish that comeback off?
I think we knew we had a chance, and we knew we'd score some points there, got to get the field goal, get the ball back, and a chance to drive, and we did, and our defense did a great job getting us that stop that we needed. So, we just didn't make enough plays.
Brian has said, how disappointing is it, and the fact you're playing hard and losing make it sting even more, some of these close games?
Yeah, losing's never fun, but there's lessons to be learned, and generally they end up hardening you as a player and teaching you lessons. Experience is the best teacher.
Callahan has said that this is one of those games where you're just searching for that one play. For you guys, the quarterback, is it tough to kind of keep from pressing and balance out, like not trying to do too much?
That's always the balance, It's like, I felt like right before half we had to have points going in, we delivered, and then we came out and got 7 points and kind of doubled them up there. And so I was proud of the guys the way they, got us back in the game, and the defense did their part. And I don't know how many possessions we had, but it didn't seem like a lot. They did a good job of controlling the ball, running the ball well.
You said you learned lessons from the loss. Just what are these lessons that you guys feel like you're learning right now?
Going back and look at schematically, there's lessons, but there's also just general adversity. It's I've never been a part of a season like this, but it's taught me a lot. I think it's makes you appreciate the wins more, and probably brings you closer as a unit going through something that's tough.
I ain't see it that bad. It's NFL football. We didn't win the game. We could definitely be better in certain situations, but I see some good things. At this point in the season, I see some good things.
What specifically, if you wouldn't mind, are you seeing that gives you that kind of
we don't
confidence?
really give up. It's definitely a team that competitive, compete. Obviously, we always find a way to make it a little better at the end somehow. We just need to do that the whole game. Play consistency. Play for the organization, play for Ms. Amy, play for your family. Go out there to get better. Like I said earlier in the week, there's a lot of guys on this team who have, goals and things they want to get done. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to come out and play play NFL football.
Is it tough to kind of like stay in the now where your feet are as opposed to what's coming up as far as like the off season and everything like that?
Personally, for me, no. I'm here right now. Like I said, I got goals. I'm ready. I want to get better for next year, and I'm just trying to improve my play each and every week so I can get ready to play pretty, better than this next year.
Brian was talking about how it's kind of a challenge to not have guys check out this time of year. Are you seeing that at all, or kind of what does it take to not check out?
No, guys haven't checked out. We just haven't won. We just haven't, at the end of the game, it doesn't say we're winning. But I don't think we checked out. I'm in the building all the time. I talk to all the guys. We definitely haven't checked out. We just got to put, things. We got to put a better game.
Yeah, one more game left. Trying to go out with a bang and prepare for next season and do all. We know the things we got to do to get right and to be productive and to get wins. So it's all about the little things, and when we get that down pat, we'll be good.
What do you think you've learned maybe most from your rookie season?
I'll never get too comfortable. Next play mentality. Shit happens, things happen, but it's all about how you respond and how you react after that.
You said you learned to not ever get too comfortable. Do you feel like you got too comfortable at all this year?
At times, yeah. At times I feel like I did. And sometimes, I could be emotional and that caused me to get out my game. So that's something that's a little thing that I gotta work on myself just personally.
At what point do you feel like you did get too comfortable? Say it sound.
A couple of times. I even say today, like, I don't think I played my best ball today. I gave up 3 big catches, and like I said, it came down to the emotional part, and that took me on my game to where I gave up those plays. So, that's something that I gotta work on, just the little things, and I'm gonna get better, and I'll be better next game, and next year I'll be even greater.
With you being an emotional guy, and we could tell, that it means a lot to you. What for you is the key to you give up a bad play? How do you flush that?
Just like I said, I'm that next play mentality, and you feel me, knowing that I know who I am. I know what I put in day out. I know I work hard. I know I train hard, and I know what I put in. So for me, it's just got to be that next play mentality and know that I'm better than the guy that's in front of me. And it's all about confidence. You got to believe, and that just comes with trusting my technique.